Hey guys, it's Hannah, and today I am filming my November book haul. So if you watched my last book haul, my fall book haul that I uploaded just actually a couple weeks ago, then you're probably wondering, Hannah, what are you doing filming another book haul? Why did you buy more books? Didn't you say that you want to reduce the number of books that you're buying in that last video? Well, yes, the answer to all of those questions is yes. But I have a problem. And I bought 9 more books this month. I'm just so weak and it's so bad. But you know what? We're just gonna roll with it. But in my defense, before you yell at me, I did buy every single one of these books on sale. So not a single one was full priced, nor did I buy any of these books from Amazon. All of them are either from used bookstores online or in my town, or from a bookstore in a neighboring town where I live. So yeah. Didn't buy a single one from Amazon, and I didn't pay full price for any of them. So there's a little bit of improvement there. A little bit. So without any further ado, let's get into all the books that I bought in the month of November. The first book I got this month I bought from a used bookstore in my town, and it is A Million Suns by Beth Revis. So if you watched my book unhaul / series I won't be finishing video, that was actually one of the first few videos that I posted on my channel, then you saw me unhaul the first book in this series, Across the Universe. However, I actually ended up keeping that copy of the book because someone recommended it to me and someone said that it was actually really good and really worth reading, and I've never read it before. So I decided to keep it, and I was browsing my used bookstore this weekend and I saw this copy of the book there, and it matches my original cover, so I decided to just why not go ahead and get it because it was really cheap and it was there, and I know you can't buy this copy anymore, so I'm really excited to have this one. And I know that the third cover doesn't match, but I don't really care because I don't want to rebuy the first one because I really like these covers better than the newer covers. So yeah, I found it there and it was really cheap and I decided to get it. The next book that I also got from the same used bookstore, and it is Coraline by Neil Gaiman. Now, really funny story with this one. I was actually on Goodreads the day before I went into the bookstore and I saw this edition of the book on Goodreads, and I looked at it and I was like, that is such a pretty edition of Coraline. So I added it to my list of books that I wanted to buy. Even though I already wanted to read Coraline, I wanted to buy this edition of it because I just thought it was really pretty. Then the next day I went into our used bookshop and I saw this edition of it there for super cheap, and it was so weird because I had honestly seen it for the first time the day before, and then I went book shopping and I saw it and it was just really funny and really strange. But yeah, I saw it there and it's just gorgeous. I love this edition. I've been wanting to read this book for so long. I love the movie. It terrifies me, but I love it. And I'm really excited that I have it now, and I found it for really cheap. And yeah, used bookstores are now my new holy grail. I'm obsessed with them and I find great things. The next book that I got, I am super excited for because I've been wanting to read this since before it came out because I read the premise and it sounded so interesting. And then I was at a bookstore in a town near mine recently and I saw it there and I saw that it was signed, and it's a first edition, and it's The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness. I'm so excited to read this book, guys. Everyone has been raving about it. Everyone that I know who has read it has loved it, and I trust the reviews, and I feel like I'm really gonna like it. I originally wasn't going to buy this one from the bookstore because I could find it for cheaper online, but then I saw that it was a signed first edition, and it was also 20% off, so I couldn't really say no. So yeah, I now have it and I'm really excited to get to this one, and this is definitely jumping up to the top of my TBR because I want to read this book so badly. The next book has probably my favorite cover in this entire book haul, and that is A Constellation of Vital Phenomena by Anthony Mara. This book is so beautiful. This is definitely one of my favorite covers that I own now because it's just so pretty. I am a sucker for stars on book covers, and this one is just, it's so beautiful. There are tiny little stars all over it, and I love it so much. Aesthetic-wise, I'm excited to read this book, but also it is a historical fiction World War II novel, I believe, that is set in Russia, if I'm not mistaken, and it just sounds wonderful. I've heard good reviews, it has good ratings on Goodreads, so I'm excited to get to this one, and I'm really in a historical fiction mood right now, so this one will probably also jump to the top of my TBR. The next book in this book haul is probably the book that I know absolutely the least about, and I bought it because it was so cheap and it reminded me a little bit of the Night Circus based on the cover, and that is The Fortune Hunter by Daisy Goodwin. So like I said, I honestly don't know anything about this book other than it takes place in like the 18th century. And yeah, the cover kind of reminded me of the Night Circus a little bit. I think it's the top hat. And I think I read some reviews of it on Goodreads that mentioned something about it having somewhat of a similar atmosphere. So I just kind of, I had to pick it up. And again, it was really, really cheap. So I bought it, and I am actually pretty excited to read it because again, it has some like historical elements and it has some of those magic elements, and if it's anything like the Night Circus, I will love it. So the last 4 books in this book haul I got from Thrift Books, which is a website that I mentioned in my Where I Buy My Books video, which I will link on the screen if you're interested in checking that out. So like I said, I recently placed an order from Thrift Books and I got 4 books and they all came in the mail to me. So I'm gonna do a bit of a review as I show you guys the books, just to tell you what condition I ordered the books in and what condition they came to me in. So the first book that I got off of Thrift Books is Atonement by Ian McEwan. Now, I am obsessed with the movie Atonement. It is one of my all-time favorite movies, and I have never read the book, so I decided to buy it, and I saw it on Thrift Books, and they had a copy that they were selling in very good condition, and that is the one that I ordered. And in my opinion, I would say that this one is probably in more of good condition than very good condition. On the outside, it looks like perfectly fine. There's a little bit of just like creasing around the edges of the dust jacket, but that doesn't bother me. And I would say that that would be just in very good condition. The pages are kind of yellowed a bit from age, as you can tell, which again doesn't really bother me at all. I'd still say that this is in very good condition. The only thing that I would say that would make this book fall more along the lines of good condition than very good condition is the fact that it is slightly torn right here along the pages and where the front cover meet the book. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, you can see it. And it's just slightly torn right there. I don't think it's gonna fall apart or anything, but yeah, it's a little bit flimsy in the front, so I'd say that's more good than very good. But again, not complaining because this book was only, I think, around $3 to $4. It's in perfect condition to read, and I'm very satisfied with it, so not complaining in the least bit. The next book I got off of Thrift Books is In Perfect Light by Benjamin Alire Sanz. I think that's how you say his last name. I'm really sorry. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please. So this is the same author who wrote Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe, which is one of my favorite books I have read this year and just one of my favorite books of all time. And I am obsessed with his writing. And when I heard about some of his other books, I wanted to pick them up immediately because, like I said, I love his writing and I love his storytelling, and I just needed to read some more of his books. So when I saw this book on Thrift Books for around $3 to $4, I had to get it, and this one was said to be in like new condition, and I would say that it's in pretty much like new condition. The dust jacket isn't folded or creased really anywhere. The pages aren't stained or anything. I don't even think this copy has been read. So yeah, I would definitely say this stands up to its like new condition, and I'm very satisfied with it, and I'm very, very excited to read it. So the last 2 books I got from Thrift Books are both by J.K. Rowling, and I'm so excited for both of them because I haven't read either of them yet, and I don't even know how that's even possible, but I finally have my hands on them so I can finally read them whenever. So the first J.K. Rowling book I got is The Cuckoo's Calling, and I'm so excited to read this one because it's like, I think, a murder mystery or some sort of mystery investigation detective novel. I don't know exactly, but it's J.K. Rowling, so I really don't care. I will read anything that she writes. So this book I got in like new condition as well, and this one I would definitely say is not in like new condition. I would say this is much more along the lines of very good, if not bordering on good condition. The reason I say that is their like new books are said to be unread. That is the condition that they're supposed to be in. So basically all the pages are completely intact and it looks like the book hasn't even been opened. However, this one definitely looks like it's been opened. I don't know if you can see it so much on camera, but the pages are kind of stained along here a little bit. and the dust jacket has some creases in it up here and here, which wouldn't be all that bad. But when you take the dust jacket off, you can definitely see it is water stained right here, and it's not showing up as much on camera as it does in person. But yeah, I'm, again, really not complaining because this book was around $3 to $4. But yeah, I would definitely put this more along the lines of very good to good condition and not like new condition. Nonetheless, I'm excited to read this book, and like I said, not complaining because it was so cheap and I've been wanting it for so long, and it's still in very good condition. Then finally, the last book I got off of Thrift Books, and the last book in this book haul, is The Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling. I have been wanting to read this book since its release date, and I don't know why I have not picked it up until now. I've heard mixed reviews on this book, but nonetheless, I'm still really anticipating reading it because it's J.K. Rowling, and like I said before, I think I will always be excited to read anything that she writes. So I ordered this one in very good condition, and I have to say this is in the best condition of any of the books. This is definitely like new condition. I don't think this book has ever been read or even maybe opened. There was one page that was just like folded over, like dog-eared over, but I don't even think it was from reading. I think it was just an accident. And yeah, it's in literally perfect condition, and it was said to be in very good condition, but I would put this as like new. I guess that goes to say that with thrift books, it kind of depends on the book really, because I got some books that were in like new condition that were more along the lines of good condition, and I got some books that were in very good condition that were far more along the lines of like new condition. So I guess it really depends. But I would say if you are really picky about how you like your books to look, if you don't like them to have creases or stains or folds or anything like that, then probably go with the very good or liked new condition, because you'll probably be most satisfied with those. So that is it, guys. Those are the 9 books that I have purchased in the month of November. As we can all tell, I suck at not buying books. It's my kryptonite. If I were a superhero, my Achilles heel would be my inability to not buy books. You'd have to cut me off from buying books, and then all of a sudden I would just like drop dead. So let me know in the comments down below if you have read any of the books that I mentioned in this haul, or if you want to read any of these books, let me know that as well. Also, if you bought any books this month, let me know in the comments down below which one your favorite one is. So that is it for my November book haul. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! I'm obsessed with these bookmarks. Like I said before, I just tend to use whatever I have lying around as a bookmark, but I actually really like these as bookmarks.